Now, is there,
Thank you.
as you're growing, is there any are you drawing boundaries now? Like you obviously exploded. Is there, are there times when you're deciding what not to do? Like, I'm not going in this route. I'm placing a boundary. Any advice you would give to anybody that's, growing at this rate to say, hold on to this piece right now and and
Yes.
draw some boundaries around it?
Yes. Thank you for asking. Everybody has an opinion and an idea that they think is best for your business. But when you're living it and breathing it 365, 10 years plus, you should consider yourself an expert and trust your gut when you want to pursue and do something, because you know every aspect of what's going on, where an outsider who gives you a piece of advice might only know from their, peripheral vision of what's going on, right? We opened that store, and since that growth, we've opened a second retail store in a true retail location that looks like a cookie shop, like a production kitchen front lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm learning how we're celebrating our third year there. So I'm learning how to manage a true retail store, because there's some nuances to it. Our online has taken a little bit of a dip because just people spending isn't the same as it was in 2020 with e-commerce.
Right.
It's one of the reasons. We've just launched a dry mix of our cookies because customers across the nation want access to them. We're not in retail stores. People kept saying, you should be in stores. Well, it's very costly for a brand to be in stores, and most of them, unless you're supported by big food, don't really make it. And since I'm self-funded, I don't have the investment backing capital to be able to support growth and distribution for CPG grocery stores. And another thing, when you said managing, putting boundaries, I don't want to say the name, but it's rhymes with goldenberry, sort of.
We'll let the listeners figure it out. They're all doing the jingle in their head now.
A major e-commerce platform that sells food reached out to me. I had been reaching out to them back in the day before I knew anything. Hey, you should sell my product. And I was ignored. Well, they reached out to me this past year. And, the sales pitch, it sounded like it could be a great collaboration, but I have to do my diligence because I'm self-funded and every dollar counts, and I have to be very intentional with how I spend my money. And I almost was going to go with them, and they were pushing the contract on me very quickly. Like, you have to sign. And this contract is pages long.
Dangerous.
Right? And whenever someone
does that.
pushes you to sign something that quickly, that's when my spidey senses say, slow down.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And they say, if you're not going to sign it, we're going to get somebody else over here. So act now.
Yep.
Yeah. No, do not immediately do not sign. Yeah.
Right. And I thought that was going to be a way for us to grow our e-commerce even more, since it has slowed slightly since, the 2020 to 2023 boom gold rush. In the end, I didn't go with them because they're such a large platform and so many strong brands are on their platform. And I say that story because boundaries, right?
Yep.
And I would have
for your
been
best interest, and it turns out they were not. Yeah.
And I would have been turning over my e-commerce to them, so I would not be able to sell product from my e-commerce. People.
Oh, it was an exclusivity.
Yes, people would go onto my website, and when they clicked order, it would take them to their website, and so they're the ones collecting the money. They're the ones, and then they would pay me later. So
it was
I don't know if that story is of interest of anybody listening, but
I'm sure somebody could
100%.
deeply benefit from that. I know there's a lot of we get a lot of restaurateurs on the show and some of them have their own line of products that they're looking to launch and move into CPG. And I feel like this is a really great lesson learned for them, because I'm sure there's a lot of these e-commerce sites that are after them. And we've talked to people before who have sold to some of these major sites and have talked about some of the challenges, the pros and cons of doing that and what it did for their business, both good and bad. So
the demand for group and private events is at an all-time high. Is your business ready to capitalize on all these opportunities? With RestauRent as your booking partner, you can ensure event success this year and beyond.
With no booking fees or commissions, RestauRent has helped over 2,000 restaurants, bars, and breweries reach local event planners who are looking for a space for their next gathering. Whether it's a birthday, anniversary, graduation, or corporate event, RestauRent will get your space booked.
Try it today and receive 3 months completely risk-free by signing up at restaurant.com/podcast. That's RestauRent.com/podcast.